are called?
Lip trills.
Lip trills.
Yeah.
So, yes. This is what me and Kayla do before we shoot the podcast. I'm still wearing both shirts, by the way. I'll take one off in a second. Inside joke. Sorry. So we do this to warm up for our podcast because we felt like it made us. It just brought our energy up. Brought our energy way up. So we're not all like, hey, Cody, color hair. I can't even try to pretend. After doing it, I can't even try to pretend to be like poopy pants.
Well,
you know
and now we learned that it's science.
It's science.
Yeah, Laney, tell them the science.
Oh, well, I'm a theater major, and we just, like, do vocal warm-ups in class, and, like, things like that, and we do lip trills to, like, buzz our face and, like, wake ourselves up, and, yeah, to, like,
so you
just warm up our voices.
What'd you say that, you said something about how...
Wake up your face.
It does something to your face.
Well, because, like, if you're buzzing, like, it's, like, engaging... Yeah, it's engaging with different...
Like the actual physical vibration.
Yeah, it like just vibrates your face,
right,
and it
right.
just like is using different parts of your face and engaging other.
Right, and when they say like when you smile, even just the act of smiling, it does something to you, right? So I'd imagine that. And the thing is, when we would do the lip trills, we did it because it would make us laugh.
Right.
Yeah, we also
you couldn't help but laugh.
We do this other exercise that makes everyone laugh. That's like stretch your face as wide as you can and then make it as small as you can.
Oh my gosh!
So we go like, and then
and then make it tiny.
And then big. And
Henry, did you see that? You see what he's doing? You want to do it with us?
He's preoccupied.
Oh my gosh, have we not talked about the fact we're all rocking our hats?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you guys notice? This was planned, by the way. It wasn't
very planned.
Okay, so we all got our hats on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to do the big face, little face.
Can you do big face, little face?
You can even stick out your tongue, too. Like, and
big face, and then tiny face, like...
And we usually do it with our entire bodies. We like get really big and then get as small as we can.
Okay, ready? Big face. Tiny face!
It's like the lemon pucker.
It's so hard not to... Oh my goodness. Freaking 10.2 on the Richter scale.
We do something similar like to that in yoga, the lion's breath.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What?
So you
That's right.
So you
no,
your mouth wide.
This is crazy.
Stick
Oh
your
my
tongue
gosh,
out,
this one takes the cake.
To, like,
we do it in my yoga.
Yeah, point your, like, kind of cross your eyes and look up, and then go.
Oh my gosh, oh my god, I have to do this now?
I don't know
Here
if
we
there's
go.
like influences from
Crazy
the
balls.
haka, but like haka in like Polynesian culture, they do that like to intimidate like their other teammates for like rugby and stuff like that. Yeah, they do that. The title of this video is just going to be watch us all make stupid faces for 10 minutes.
Hey, Henry, silly faces. Ready? Silly face, go.
The kids love that at yoga club. They love it.
Nice.
Lion's breath.
Did you do the big face, little face too?
Yeah.
And then the...
Anything to try to get them to pay attention for more than 60 seconds.
I can do the Chewbacca kind of. Let's see if I haven't done it well.
I can't do it.
It's so
Stop bonking the table.
It's so bonkers.
Stop bonking the table. Look at your feet.
So, the first part of the episode was all about lip trilling, about how we warm up for the podcast. And I just thought it was cool that she was sharing how they... This shirt's coming off. How they use lip trills to get their energy and their faces ready for the stage, right?
We didn't introduce her though.
Yeah, this is Laney Bell.
Hello.
Introduce yourself. You're Kayla's sister.
Yeah.
How do we skip over that?
I don't know. We just got right into
Just jumped right into it.
Yeah, I'm Laney Bell, Kayla's sister, younger sister.
My baby sister.
My baby sister. Yeah.
She's our guest. She's our guest this evening.
She's our guest. Put your
to the test.
So yeah, she was in town and stopped by to say hi. So we're like, let's
do a podcast episode.
Yes.
So we thought that it'd be cool to talk to her about how she uses things like. Well, we talked about her being exposed to a mentor, her choir teacher, who really turned them on to meditation, mindfulness, stuff like that. And then also you talked about how. Oh, look who it is, Tiki Bug.
Mom knew I was here.
And she had a really cool story about how in their choir class they incorporated mindfulness of breath meditation to singing.
Yeah.
Right? You want to share with them how you guys would do that?
Yeah, so I never had really gotten into yoga or meditation until I took choir in high school because our choir... you crazy. Our choir teacher was incredible, and she really wanted to like put an emphasis on like singing isn't just singing, it's also like spiritual, like I mean, it's a very emotional thing.
Yeah.
And so she really wanted to incorporate things like yoga and meditation into our like classes, which was really important because we would do things like go to yoga retreats, and we would do like every Wednesday we do yoga and meditation, and it was really nice because we would do guided imagery.
Ooh, cool.
Which is like,
what was that like?
It's really awesome, and it's actually something that a lot of my college professors use as well. We actually just did that in my acting class, and it's really nice because with guided imagery, like it's something that doesn't have to be like with someone else guiding you. Like you can do it on your own. It's really helpful, and so we would like paint pictures of the songs we were singing and just stuff like that. And it's really important because singing isn't supposed to be mechanical, neither is acting.
You paint pictures. Man, you guys covered a lot of ground there. Yoga, meditation, painting.
Yeah, we would just do a lot of stuff because it's like a very mind, body, soul experience. It's not just like singing that's mechanical. And that's like what I think made our choir so great, because our choir was incredible. Amazing. It was so incredible. And I think that's really, every single time we were adjudicated or anything, everyone always said, we can tell you guys like this piece, or we can tell that you guys have a connection to your choir director, and we did because of all the experiences we shared. Yeah, and you know her too,
right? And I had the opportunity to go on their New York trip with her choir and watch them perform in this beautiful cathedral.
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
But yeah, it was incredible to watch them, and you could tell that you guys were so connected.
It's really cool, and that's like. I think it's a lot of being an ensemble, and that's why we do a lot of work like that, especially in my like theater classes, because if you're in a show together, like you are a team, like you're an ensemble, and so we do a lot of just like guided meditation in my classes, or just like relaxing so that you're like, my voice and diction teacher always says like, we're relaxing not to go to sleep, we're relaxing to be like alert and to focus. And to kind of just get you in the right headspace. And my acting teacher always says to wipe your feet at the door, like physically and mentally, before you come into each class, which is a huge thing. And my choir teacher would even say that too, like leave everything at the door, like you're here to like create. And yeah, it's just like a really nice thing to have like a lot of great influences like that push you in that direction, because I think not a lot of teachers in education would ever do that. It's so different than anything else.
Yeah, they don't always care. And you've had people, incredible people that actually care about you and want to see you succeed.
And you do succeed when you have teachers like that who are like so willing to like push you in the right direction and do all these cool like exercises. It's really awesome.
Like that magic trick I just did? Ronnie made the kids go away.
Made the kids disappear.
Ring! No, it's so freaking awesome too. And like, so was it one person or was it a group of people who facilitated you guys to expose you to so much stuff?
It has been so many people in my life. Like, it really started with my choir teacher. Right. She was like probably the biggest. You
covered a lot of ground with her though. Like, in terms of the way
she's seriously one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life. She's like such a great mentor, so cool. And she really is just like such an awesome, down to earth person. I love her so much.
What's her name?
Lindsay Lowe.
Lindsay Lowe.
Well, now Lindsay Wittig. She's married and has
Lindsay
just had a
Wittig?
baby. She just had a little girl. She's so cute. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That I just think it's so neat because yoga is not the postures.
No.
So
no.
There's the yoga of podcasting. There's yoga of parenting. It's union. Like, so like, for example, when you unite your values with your goals, it's like a yoga. It's a union, right? And so when she like made it a mind-body experience, it was like the yoga of choir.
Yeah, she's all about like connecting like this to this, or like just vice versa. Like she just her main emphasis is like it is connected. Like singing is not just like words coming out of your mouth. It's literally like a soul connection to it. And that's what made our music so great, because we were all on this like journey together of like, it's really hard to explain, but it's seriously the coolest feeling. Yeah, it's seriously the coolest experience. It's
got
great.
Choked up.
It is. And how cool for me to have something like that I had in high school. Like, so many kids do not even get to experience that, and she did that for us.
Yeah.
She did that for... Sorry, I love her so much. I love her.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
So what you're describing is spirituality, how I define spirituality. So that the way that she made it such a fully embodied mind-body thing, it made it to a spiritual. So when people are like want to define spirituality, it doesn't have to be defined by a church or a mosque or a whatever. I think that spirituality, I bring it closer to the individual, and like that's a spiritual experience you had in that choir.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think
so that's spirituality, my
peers,
definition.
I think most of my peers would completely agree with like the fact that over the time that we spent with her, it was such a spiritual journey, and like just in your own individual sense, not like religious or something like that.
Right,
but
it's
like
all about connection.
Connection, yeah, for sure.
So something I've been connecting is that this whole idea of spirituality, I think that it's heavily psychological. And I'm falling in love with psychology through people like Dr. Jordan Peterson, Carl Jung, Nietzsche, the Buddhist philosophy as well. It's a psychological thing. So like the experience that you had impacted you psychologically, and that's that you feel the spirit, because it does something to you on a psychological level. That we don't need to think it's some magical, mystical thing. It's just something happened inside of you that's so
like profound in a sense.
Yes, but it's psychological, and so it's like it does something to your mind that makes your body feel a certain way. Like you feel that, like when you feel the spirit, that tingling. I say feel the spirit because I use that a lot in the Mormon church when I was growing up. But you can feel the spirit outside of that church. I feel the spirit when we have connecting moments, or when I go to the temple to hang out with the monks, or like I can feel the spirit there.
Yeah, when she was talking about the effect that the spiritual journey that you were on, like just you talking about it, like I got chills.
Well, and so what you just brought up about connection like brings another thing to mind that we do in my acting class, and we try to do it as often as we can. But like you're in that class as an ensemble, you work. It's really important to like know how to work in an ensemble. And what we do at the beginning of our classes is we do this thing called integration. And
you've talked to me about this.
And so I don't know if it's like a Thai influence. It's something like that. But we basically stand in a circle and we close our eyes and we just focus on our breath. We like make sure our knees aren't locked or anything. And we open our eyes when we're ready. Our teacher says like, open your eyes when you're ready. And so we take as much time as we need to like physically and mentally wipe our feet at the door. And then we open our eyes. There's no talking, and you can have your mouth open or closed, but our teacher is always like, you should try it with mouth open because it makes you like maybe feel a little bit more vulnerable and like you have a better connection. And so you just like relax and you look at a person and are kind of like just having an internal like conversation with them. Like you're just looking into their eyes, because eye contact is a thing that scares a lot of people. And we just connect with them. And once we both collectively feel like we're ready, we nod and then move on to the next person, whoever we feel like we need to connect with next. And then we make sure we connect with everyone in the circle. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And then we all collectively, as an ensemble, like raise our hands and lower them while breathing in and out. We breathe in and then breathe out. And then we do that 3 times. And we do it as an ensemble, so we make sure that everyone's together, and we do it when we feel like everyone's ready and has connected in this circle. And then we step in, and then we say yes at the end, and that's our integration. And we do that pretty often.
It's like we're all in.
I love that.
We're all in.
We do that like
right?
before shows, and we do that in my other classes. Like it's a really great thing. So integration.
That's
it's
powerful.
really
Well,
great.
we did something similar in my yoga teacher training. We did eye gazing, where you would. And it feels so weird.
Yeah,
because you're sitting, like we did it, we were like sitting close like this.
Yeah.
Like
And
at
at
first,
what?
Weird. It's so like powerful or beautiful or something.
And it was
It's so
weird.
weird.
No, it is.
It does feel weird.
Yeah, but
It
it
is
does.
weird.
It's just I
Because
was not expecting it to be so weird.
eye contact is something that not a lot of people are comfortable with.
Especially with everyone face deep in their phones.
Oh,
like,
1,000%.
it's gotten so much worse.
And so it's really uncomfortable for a lot of people at first, but then once you do it, like you absolutely love it. And we're like, when can we do integration again? Because it's like so powerful and so good. And like eyes really, there's the saying, like eyes are the window to the soul. They really are.
Yeah.
Like you see so much.
Yep.
And like it's hard when someone won't make eye contact with you because it is like such an important part of a connection. So
Right.
yeah.
And like you were saying how you'll breathe in and out when you feel. I love the fact that like your personal energy radiates like 15 feet
It's
around
the collective
you.
unconscious.
And so when you're all standing in that circle, you can feel when you're all
Everyone's
moving.
ready.
Well, it's not a purely mystical thing either. Like they measure the heart and the brain's electromagnetic field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a wire in a wall has an electromagnetic field. I can find it with a magnetic reader, right? Because the current gives off a magnetic field. So the current's flowing in your brain and your blood and through your heart and your nervous system. But your heart has a really powerful magnetic field, and that is out to 6 meters, 8 meters, but like roughly 15 feet outside of you. The brain surprisingly doesn't have as strong of a magnetic field as the heart. But yeah, you can think of it as like your aura, or like it's called like your Merkaba or whatever in like other esoteric schools. But this energy field around you.
Yeah.
And so, if I were to suddenly change my attitude, that changes the electromagnetic vibration. Yeah. And so this isn't like a mystical thing. You can do this. This is how our power gets to our house, is through a transformer, where one wire sends a magnetic field through this iron core, and another coil. Because of the magnetic field going through that coil, it creates voltage and current starts to flow on the other end.
Yeah. So
that's two energies like interacting to create that. So it's a physical thing too.
Right.
Electromagnetism is electromagnetism. So we have an electromagnetic field radiating out of our heart. That the contents of that field will change based off your emotional state, and you can feel that.
Right.
And something that's kind of cool that's along those lines is something why like art and music and theater is so powerful for me is because like it's like not just like your soul feels it, like it is scientific. And that's why I love music so much, because when I was in choir, like there's studies shown that like when there's a group of people singing together, like your hearts syncopate together. And
have you seen that video where the metronomes, they have a room full of metronomes and they just kind of randomly start them all. I think you'd think it would take like hours, but it took like minutes, like maybe like a minute or two for every single metronome to sing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's stuff like that. It's really just awesome, and that's just another form of. I guess this is like connection, like it's the whole like thing, but yeah.
Well, no, we covered a lot of good stuff, which is like just. I mean, it was just cool to talk to how somebody how they apply meditation and mindfulness to like singing and acting and stuff. So that's just like an application of but you can use in your life in any ways to be more like you said, connectedness, right? So meditation, yoga, and mindfulness, that kind of stuff is just connecting with yourself. So like doing those crazy, like silly, like you're connecting with yourself in a different way, and like a more playful. That's what makes you laugh. You're like, oh, geez, what are people thinking about how I'm dressed and all? Because we're always worried about what other people think about us. When you're going, I have to not care what anybody thinks about me.
That's what I love about, like, I know I keep talking about my theater classes.
No, it's good.
That's
why I wanted you to talk about it.
I love it because, especially when I've gotten to this collegiate level of acting, it's so different. And it is such a disciplined training, but it's also like you get to be the most ridiculous like version of you too. And so it's so cool that like we get to incorporate that into all of our classes of playing like silly theater games and like doing all this. It's a perfect balance because you get to be absolutely ridiculous in things you would never do in public because everyone else is like, oh gosh, crazy theater kids. But seriously, and then you get these deep, emotional, serious things that just like tug at your heart, and it is such like I just love theater. I'm gonna start crying. I'm literally so passionate about theater. It is like
dude, that's awesome.
My craft. I just love it so much, and it's just so cool that you seriously get the best of both worlds of doing all this crazy stuff. It's just seriously the best thing ever, and I literally don't know what else I'd be doing because it's just like seriously the best. I love it.
Yeah, well,
I think it's amazing.
You've been at it for a while too. We got to watch you grow, and we noticed almost like coming out of your cocoon and becoming walking into a butterfly going from high school to college.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was like you like shot from here to here, which is amazing.
And it's so nice to be around groups of people who are wanting to be there,
right? And
that makes all the difference.
The energy is more like everybody's driving. Like everybody's like, we're all going this direction. You better get on, or you're gonna fall off.
Because in high school, people
think it's an easy A and take classes.
Oh my gosh,
and
heck
don't.
no.
Or they think that it's what they want to do, or their parents want them to do it, and so. But when you get to like the collegiate level, you are paying.
You're performing like you're performing at a pretty elite level compared to high school. I mean, but you guys were awesome. You guys were pro in high school too. But something about being on the college stage, it almost psychologically it does something to you.
Well, and it's a complete 360. Like the process of everything from high school to college, it's been like the best process because our professors we have professors that are equity actors and they do professional acting, and they're like right there with you. They're teaching from experience. They're teaching like, it's really great to be able to get that insight too. And they're definitely more like friends and mentors than only just professors, where it's just like this strict like they're the most incredible.
Well, you said it best because the first word came to my mind was mentorship. So it's really like you have awesome seasoned professional actors as mentors. That's really great.
Oh, it's great, yeah.
So, I think we should wrap it up. I think.
No.
I mean, that was covered a lot of good ground. We just wanted to have Laney was visiting. We figured, hey, we're shooting a podcast. Jump on, talk about, because we know that it's the things that we talk about for B.Bloomed. It's awesome to hear somebody how they've applied it in a specific way.
Right. It's just like reinforcing that you can use it seriously anywhere and like incorporate it into so many things in your life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Laney, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
And to all you guys out there, come on, Laney, get in here. B.Bloomed.
B.Bloomed.
Bye.
Oh no, he's gonna use this as a screen grab.
Who did anybody get weirder than me? Did I miss it?
I picked my nose.
You picked your nose?
Yeah.
All right, guys. B.Bloomed, bye.